Hello everyone, how are we doing? Happy Thursday evening. I'm Clark and you are watching Puka GT. We are back again in Daily Race C tonight. Watkins, Glen, long course Group 1 machinery. So I am looking forward to this one. It's been some good racing this week. There's been quite a few incidents, quite a few disaster races, but a lot of solid results too. And overall, my driver rank is in the positive so far this week. So I'm hoping to continue that trend tonight and hopefully claw my way slowly and eventually towards A rank. Not going to happen this week. Probably not for another while yet, given the fact I will be away for 3 weeks after this week, coming back early August, at which point I'll have a straight run of this to Christmas, and the plan is to reach A rank before then. So we will see how we get on. I'm jumping on a little earlier tonight. It originally scheduled for 8, but you know what? It's ready to go. So I just thought I'd jump in now, get warmed up quickly, take a look at whatever the better laps are now, set by kind of like the higher ranked drivers, see if there's any new tricks or anything I can glean from it, do a quick warm up, do a couple of practice laps myself, and then I'll be jumping into my first race at 8 PM Irish time. So it's 7:30 now, that's in 30 minutes. So swapping over to my main cam here. And Greg, I see you preemptively left me a message in the chat saying you'd be on later. That's great, dude. Hope to catch up with you then. And we can all see this. Audio looks good, telemetry looks like it's up and running, and I got the heart rate monitor going and all. Geez, haven't missed anything unusual. So won't be selecting from garage, we will rent. But I actually want to start tonight by looking at Damien's lap again. I'm going to do a little bit of vision training while I'm at it here. So last I was on was Tuesday evening. I was on Monday for some races as well for the first time ever. And yeah, it's been a good week so far. I'm enjoying Watkins Glen in general. This is my second week in a row dedicated to it now, so it's about the most that I have ever felt comfortable around a course. Okay, so I'm just looking ahead here to everything he's doing. Down the road, looking out for my 300 board. There it is, apex. Next one, down the road again, down the road. Looking for the hut. There it is. Go. Looking for the 200 board. Looking at the apex. The road disappears. Curb. Looking for the 100 on the right, then the apex, and the hut, accelerate away, looking at the end of the road. I'm just looking straight down here over the crest, keeping my eyes peeled for the 200. There it is, look towards the apex. Brake, apex, exit. Lift, apex, exit, accelerate, brake point, apex, and down the road, of course. Gotta do it on time, one more time. It's a short enough lap. Bear with me, everyone. This really does help me. With the brake, okay, apex, down the road. Looking at the next apex I'm turning onto. The next one already. And the next one. Down the road. Start to look out for where the 300 is going to appear. There it is, apex. Next apex, next apex, next apex, exit, lift, putt. Okay, looking for the 200 board, apex, exit. For the 100 board on the right. There it is, apex, putt, exit. Down the road again, 200 board, apex, exit. 200 board, apex, exit. Board lift, exit, braking point, apex, exit. Okay. So that's roughly the cadence that I have for moving my vision from one target to the next. It's always meant to be a step ahead because, you know, instinctively you'll lock on to whatever is right in front of you and whatever you're currently doing. But if you do that, you'll end up missing what's next. So I make a point out of practicing my vision a bit every week just to make sure that I'm looking in the right place at the right time. Okay, there is our Toyota, still the meta. Okay, we'll load in a ghost right away. We got 10 minutes until the lobby opens, then we'll swap over to that just to make sure we're ready and waiting. So I didn't play the game at all yesterday, and I haven't played it at all yet today. As you can see, daily workout top right, still 0.0. Might be a little rustier here, getting warmed up, but we'll see how we do. VT, he has added me as a friend since, so that was somebody racing under a Ukrainian flag who we met in a bunch of races on Tuesday. Good bit faster than us. Typically we were finishing 2 spots behind them, but really sound chap. Very clean racer as well. And we have Pepper, who we caused a horrible incident with on Monday's races while I was still getting used to the track. Just basically going through the chicane, I got tunnel vision, slammed into the side of him, wrecked his race, waited for him of course, but then got called an idiot by him in the chat, and then he jumped on stream and said, sorry about that. I see from your perspective that you were quite sorrowful about that, so let's be friends. So here we are. That's a serious time from him at 1:29.3. So he's still similar rank to myself. Yeah, mid B rank, a bit further ahead, but not by much. Interesting to see people in B rank are getting those kinds of times at all, you know. Okay, so breakpoint, apex. Car slowed very easily for me there. Might have broke too early. Keeping it in 6th here. Looking for the 300. Apex. Lift and the dab of the brake. Accelerate again. 100. Okay, pretty good start. 55.9. Wide. Bit wide. Okay. Yeah, this will be a decent enough first attempt. Yeah, 131 on the nose, not too bad. As I said, I had overslowed the car in turn 1 last time. All I need to do is repeat everything else I did in the previous lap, and I'll be up half a second. Down to 3rd there by accident. it's just pushing just a little too hard there. Need to tighten that one up. That's where I'll find the time. Yeah, that's bad again. Okay. What I need to work on now. Drag Fury, how you doing, man? Good to see you again. How'd you get on with the rest of your Battlefield stream yesterday? Skin on my teeth out. It's a good bit tighter, but it wasn't faster. Let's gain in this last corner. Much better. Ah, that's the wall. Just didn't get quite tight enough on the curb there. It was good. We set up shop on a high building and caused chaos. Grab it when it comes on offer. I just not into kind of first person shooters at the moment, particularly competitive multiplayer ones. I'm mildly tempted by Arc Raiders, but I just just don't have the patience for another multiplayer game on top of this one. This is enough to keep up with every week. The rest of the gaming that I do is hyper casual. What are we doing in terms of time? It's 3 minutes till lobby opens. I'll just keep lapping until it does and jump over straight away. Play just for giggles. I find those games stressful though, I really do. It's not a million miles off from Gran Turismo in terms of so much of it is map knowledge, in the same way track knowledge is a huge part of this game. And you're typically playing against people who've spent hundreds more hours on it than you have. Massive improvement after turn one there. And again. Messed up that section though. That was good. Not faster. Finally. Enough. Lots of time to gain here as well. That's good. Maybe a little slow on the throttle on the exit there, but that's a very good warm-up time, that. Okay, let's jump over to the lobby. Map knowledge comes with time, but teamwork makes the dream work. You can just spend a game on a hill as a sniper or get up close rezzing the dead, or C4 biking. Or be a transport pilot. Yes, you are trying to twist my arm. Maybe when I hang up my steering wheel once and for all. We'll see. I don't think that day is coming anytime soon though, mind you. How am I stacking up globally? Okay, I haven't dropped down too much. So let's check GTSH rank here. So pretty much 2135. How many players have set a time in Daily Race C this week? So I'm checking the website here, gtshrank.com. And so far 31,000 people have set times, so it's well within the top 10%. That's more like top 7% of players in terms of my lap time right now, which is great. It's enough to compete at B rank anyway. And the fact that my like casual lap pace, as you can see there, like getting warmed up, isn't a million miles off my quali time bodes really well. Because there are some weeks where like I set a decent quali time even within the top 3%, but then I can't even get close to matching it. I've got no race pace and the week ends up being a bit of a disaster where I start at the front and then just slowly but surely get taken out because I can't keep up with the people behind me. The main way that you will get destroyed and hacked and bump into dirty drivers in Gran Turismo 7 is by being slower than the guy behind you. So those weeks aren't ideal. This week on the other hand, it's better because I find myself qualifying relatively high up the grid, but then also typically having a little more pace than the people around me, so it's allowed me to keep the races a bit safer at least. I found myself getting into space a lot, which is nice. One thing I have been doing though that I probably need to change up is pitting really late, and I don't think that has worked out for me in the last few races because I do lose time with it eventually. It's so tempting to stay out in that beautiful clean air when you have it. Sorry, let me just reopen a few windows here. There we go. Okay. Load the same ghost and jump back in. Quite slow on the throttle there, it felt stable though. It's a bit too hard. On the slower side, but not terrible. I missed that 3 out of 4 times this evening. It's simple enough to do as well. It's just a little lift you have to give it. Andre Carter, how you doing, buddy? Mr. Wickstone is here. Funny story about my surname, and you can Google this if you don't believe me, but there's only roughly around 50 to 100 people in the world with the name Wickstone. And we have been looking. Trying to trace where it's from and who started it. There we go. So I think I've been braking a little too aggressively through the bus stop. I'm going to try something a bit different this time. Well, that didn't work out well, did it? Good to see there's a few of you here. How y'all doing? Are you racing tonight, Andre? Jack Fury, you're not going to like me now. Oh, why? What's happened? Did you set a better time? Drac, no, we know that my granddad, who carried the name Wickstone, was born in Liverpool and came over to us. But in terms of how far back we can trace it in England, not that far. There's 1 or 2 sporadic birth certs that we found. One was like an Emily Wickstone from around the Manchester area in 1600, but we actually think it's just a coincidence. And yes, the Iraqi or stony place is very true. It also can mean bay, like stone harbour. But that actually isn't Old English. It's actually Old Norwegian and Old Swedish. And what we actually think happened is it was a group of Nordic people who moved over to England maybe about 200-300 years ago and just changed the spelling of their name over time. Because there's quite a few Norwegian and Swedish names that are similar. There's a Wickstein, a Wickstrom, and they all mean similar things to Wickstone. So we have a rough idea of where it comes from. It's almost unusual that there's such a few amount of us with the actual name. Like every single Wickstone in the world today that we've been able to find through Facebook and family tree places, we're able to trace to my great granddad and his brothers, and that's it. Like nothing outside of it. Oh, sorry. See your note there. Wick meaning dwelling farm or dairy farm. That's interesting. I'd only ever heard it as the likes of a bay or a harbour. Evening F1M plays. How you doing? Doing some family tree history here. That's what y'all tuned in for. But yeah, my granddad Glen, he was a Scouser, and he moved to Ireland when in his early 30s. Married an Irish woman and stayed here until the day he died, and he never lost the accent. With the strongest, thickest Liverpoolian accent until the day he died. He was a great man. Oh, he was a mechanic, actually. Got me my first guitar too. Something I'll always be thankful for. God rest him. He's gone almost 20 years now, actually. Time feckin' flies. Actually only lost the last of my grandparents quite recently. It was about maybe 6-7 weeks ago. My mom's mom finally kicked the bucket in her mid-90s. It was sad, but it was her time to go, if you know what I mean. She wasn't herself anymore, really. But it's an odd thing for my like, you know, my parents, like, because my dad lost both of his, and now that's both of hers gone, so they have no parents in their lives anymore. And myself and my siblings, you know, that was the last of our grandparents. It feels like a real kind of one step closer to the grave yourself kind of feeling, which isn't very nice. But yeah, I like, to be honest though, it's mental that I had grandparents as long as I did. Like, I'm almost 40. Cheers, Jack. But yeah, as I said, it was kind of more of a bittersweet parting. You've one left. She's in Italy. Okay. You've hung on to them quite a long time too, Drac. Yeah, you're about the same age as me, aren't you? Hmm. Because yeah, I remember like a lot of my friends and stuff, I was telling about it, and they were almost surprised to hear I even still had a grandparent left. Okay, that's a good time. Clip the grass a tiny bit there. Compromised me into here. Ah, there goes that lap. Shame, it was a good one. Don't think it would have been a best lap, but it probably would have been a mid 130. Good to know I have that pace there though. 41 this September. Wow, yeah. Very long in the tooth to still have a grandparent. So like the typical age gap between parents and children, my parents and grandparents generation was like 22, 25-ish years. Mark Earshift. Emmy DeLayson, how are you? Nice to see you again. Have a good race. That's the chap from the short this week. Mark Earshifts. He hits me back with it. This gets interesting. He wants to be my friend. I have to think long and hard about accepting that one. He must not remember me. Mark Earshift, we had a good race with. Ear Stiffed, sorry, we had a good race with. Get him in party, yeah. I'll get him in for a what the hell were you thinking? But yeah, as some of you may remember, there was a member of our community who was caught on the video of a well-known streamer a good few months ago driving very like Emmy DeLayson was, and I had to call him out on it. I was like, you can't be doing that, man. Like, don't want to be associated with you if that's the way you drive. And he was defensive about it. I was like, fine, you're gone, don't want you in the community. I don't have time for people who drive that way. I don't want to be associated with people who drive that way. Yeah, the one and only time so far I've actually had to throw someone out of the community. Hopefully the last time as well. Whoa! I'm sorry, dude. I lifted for him just to make sure he held the position. Serving a penalty. Bit of a gap to fifth, which is good. Someone's left the room. Oh! Oh! Sound. Oh, for fuck's sake. That's a penalty. We best start this. It's our old friend up ahead. Winner of the coveted Ass Hat of the Week award. The inaugural winner. It's a competition I've never felt the need to have until now. We got Mark behind us as well. He is fast. He won the previous race we were in. Ooh, what are you doing on the grass, buddy? What is going on? Okay. Don't know who that was. Admittedly, I did have a bit of contact leading up to it, but like, that was just a chaotic feckin' corner. Oh, come on. Am I going to get a penalty for that now? I don't think I did. So it was the contact, which is handy. This is the scrappiest race I've had in weeks. No angel in the mix myself. Made about 2 or 3 mistakes going into people, but nothing as egregious as what I've suffered. You see, this is why I've always sought clean air in these races, which was difficult to do at the start of this one because the Spanish chap ahead of us was very slow through the bus stop, so I had to take avoiding action to try and hit him, and then eventually did nudge him anyway, lifted off so he could very, very slowly get back ahead of me again, which allowed a big pack of cars to catch up on us, and it was just all downhill from there, really. You think Emmy DeLayson punted off De Fitzler into him? I won't know myself now until I see the replay. I don't know anyone could be 100% certain, but we will check the replay. There's their flitzer now. Empu we've met in a race or two yet as well. Don't know much about him though. I just recognise the name and the Finnish flag. He's gone. So in previous races I found my way back up the grid by just racing cleanly here at the back and just letting other people's mistakes take them out and getting positions for free. Oh, we got Der Fritzer going in for an early pit. He must have started on the medium, so he did. Doing something wrong with my braking going into the bus stop. It's caused me 2 issues so far this race. Going into the pit now. Might aim to pit on lap 8 this race. Chap is catching us quite quickly. He'll probably have us here on the straight even. Let him take the inside. One more lap out and then we pit. Oof, this race is going from bad to worse for me. Severely lacking in pace this evening. I think we're probably net position 11 right now. Miracle there wasn't a crash there. That was me not accounting for the slip. My own fault. And him braking a bit harder than I was expecting as well. Okay, for our mediums, don't refuel. Oof, yeah, not a great race. Not a great race for me so far. A lot of very sloppy mistakes. Okay, net position 10, not too bad. It's not without reason that we might get a position back here before the end. Just need to remember, I'm on cold mediums here. Can't drive the same way. Particularly in the final sector. Oh my god, what is going on with me tonight, guys? Very, very sloppy. There's that same chap we were trailing behind right before we pit. He stayed out one extra lap. Gap has remained about the same. Don't know what's going on with that guy. Now we're fighting for a points finish. I think I'm a bit faster than this dude. Let's see how we do. Just gonna keep a cool head. Not do anything too rash. Try to get him on the main straight. Just getting close beforehand, build up to it. Make sure he doesn't compromise me before, so I'm going to hang a good bit back here. Don't think we're going to get caught by anyone from behind. I won't get him here. It's too tight. Nice. Worked out. He does have the slip though. Let him try the inside, see how it goes for him. Need to be careful, like, I'm doing the odd sloppy corner and it's keeping him in spitting distance when I should be pulling far ahead of him here. Oh. German friend from earlier. Very sloppy again. Oof. Scrappy race. You know, and look, congrats to Mark, ear stiffed again. Incredible race, dude. Because he started, I think, back in 8th or 9th. But that's the second time I've seen him in a race, and it's the second time I've seen him win from back there. So very, very impressive. How we doing, Spud? FMJ, how you doing, man? Puka, put it away, lad. Saw your post. Is that the Instagram thirst trap you're talking about? Get him in party, think of content. Do I really want to spotlight people like that? I might actually add him and shoot him an odd message later on, though, off stream. As I said, a bit of a what the heck were you thinking type thing. Mark, where are you, buddy? There you are. Congratulations, dude. Well done. Thanks, Andy. Idiot. You know, I've had better races with worse results, so I will take that. Absolutely, I will take that. Now, I was racing sloppy the entire race, but the main thing that caused me to lose a bunch of positions was the bus stop chicane on the first lap. So I had a Spanish chap ahead of me. I could tell he was struggling a bit, going a bit slower. I was trying to hold back from him. I held back from this guy Renty here. I think he fought for a lead position in the end, though. It's fair play to him. But maybe just with cold tires, didn't have the best bus stop here. So I was quite surprised to see him there so close to me already, and then even more surprised to see him here. Just to, like, I really was not expecting him to need to brake that hard there. Like, we're well past the danger zone there. I thought, you know what, just, yeah, accelerate around that corner, but he'd obviously overshot it a bit, needed to correct himself, and then he hit the brakes quite hard. And you're approaching quickly behind him, and not quite enough time to react, which caused a small nudge. So look, this is not a place where I would expect somebody to slam on the brakes. Lift, you know, trail into it a bit, but the brake pressure here, like you can see, he gave it a full smack, almost 100%, sends him back into me. So I gave him that small nudge, and now look at my throttle input. I'm waiting. There he goes. He's caught it, but at this point, people behind us have caught right up to us. They're right on us. So yeah, it was just a little bit downhill from there, compounded by some of my own mistakes. 20 and third there. So I think it was on the... Yeah, I'm not sure what happened with the both of them here, but they just really went far off track here, allowing me to get around. Okay. So there was a tiny bit of contact between myself and him there, because, you know, he was obviously trying to avoid the German chap. Yeah, he called the track. No penalty for some reason. Hey Mark, good to see you again, man. Mark, if you're watching, have you bumped into this Emmy DeLayson person before? So we had all sorts of incidents with him the other day. But look at this here now tonight. So that was a little bad of me. And just speeds off ahead. Absolute gobsheen. Yeah, Mark, if you want to see something if you take a look at the most recent short that I posted, he punted me twice within 3 corners on one of our previous races. Spud, what do you mean? Are you talking about me? The tiny bit of contact I had. Everyone, if you're watching, would you please do me a favor and hit that like button for me as well? Again, really helps. Forever Sideways, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you again. Scrappy and sloppy first race for me there, but managed to salvage a 7th place out of it, but not a good performance from myself, and also dealing with the asshat of the week. Yes, it was Forever Sideways. Yes, it was. Often it's drivers who play with controllers who are all over the place. I don't know, like there's plenty of people in my community who race with controllers and they do it way more cleanly and faster than I do. I think it just depends on the person, to be honest. But I'm going to get in the game in a bit. Want to go Merc Spa time trial. Oh, nice. I haven't tried that one yet, actually. I don't think I have. I'd forgotten, actually. I'd set 2 bronzes on some of the time trials that just went when I logged in today. Actually, I got a credit for it, but I only did it once. And like the thing I hate about that is it actually brings down your DG Edge score. Oh yeah, so okay, so I did do it, yeah. I couldn't remember. It's yeah, there was one evening a while ago where I logged in and I did a lap of each time trial once each. But yeah, no, really didn't put the time into it yet. Unfortunately, the way kind of things are with the streaming schedule and practicing for the dailies, I don't really have a lot of time to do much Gran Turismo 7 outside of the streams anymore. Like even just with the streaming alone, I'm playing at like about 10 to 15 hours a week, so that's a part-time job in itself. Take care, Mark. Thanks for popping in again, buddy. Appreciate you, man. Just for anyone who didn't pick up on that, Mark there was the winner of our previous race. And he won a race we were in on Tuesday as well. And also popped in and said hi. Nice dude. Okay, here we go. The McLaren Group 4-1 is pretty easy. Did that on lunch. Okay, I might take a look. Okay, qualifying in 2nd. That's good. And also good that Johnny Asshat isn't around. I myself need to race a good bit cleaner. Alright, yeah, let's do it. Yeah, as long as I'm just getting consistent points finishes tonight. You know, that's my main goal for tonight. Nothing outside the points. If I can do that, I'll be thrilled. Because, you know, you can have a bunch of kind of hard, scrappy 5th places, and then you get one horrible race where you come in last and it's just all undone. Cool head anyway. I'm warmed up now. bit more conscious of the mistakes I'm making and what I need to avoid. Oh, it's Renty. Same Spanish chap from the previous race. Okay, we got a very nice gap to third, whatever happened there. Okay, let's work together with Renty up ahead here. Nurture that gap a bit. Renty, what are you doing? Disconnected, I guess. I think this is the third time it's happened to me this week where I've taken the lead from second on the first lap because P1 had some technical issue. Okay, that gap has closed in a good bit. Focus now. We won't find ourselves in the lead for too long. Okay, decent. I think we were in, it's right in the line. I think we had somebody right behind us there drop out, not second, but I think third place. It was a bit risky there. The steering wheel jerk away from me at the bus stop. So we're building up a gap. We're almost at a second now. If we can get out of the slipstream before we reach the start-finish straight, that will be a huge boon. Two-second gap, okay. Oh, and Vadim's dropped down. There must have been a crash. Okay, decent time. Ooh, it was in the grass, it was in the grass. Feck. Oh, that's the kind of shit I need to avoid. We're a lot faster there, built up the gap a bit more again. That's a good race pace lap. Let's keep that up. Hey Tom Soft, cheers dude. Working on it. Got my first win of the week. I've had a couple of second places, no wins yet, but this is a good start. Let me know if you've any tips for me, Tom Soft, while watching my driving. Things I should watch out for or look to improve. For anyone watching who doesn't know, Tom Soft, or as he's commonly known, Ben Bear, in the chat is of 9PP Racing. Very valued member of our community too, has hosted a couple of coaching events with us. He's an A+ ranked driver, and he recently destroyed us all on a 2-hour endurance race here at Watkins Glen, so he is a good man to ask about what to be doing on this course. Okay, dropped off pace-wise by a full second there. The other lap was fairly exceptional. I think it was probably my fastest race pace lap of the week. Generally speaking, anything in the 132s seems to serve me okay pace-wise here in B rank. Get good is the tip of the day. Cheers, Spud. Struggling with that final corner a bit. That's a good lap though otherwise. Too wide, too wide, too wide. That's a penalty. Feck. No penalty? No penalty. Nice. Thought I was cooked. Use the Gen Z lingo. Saw that from the Arsenal on your shorts earlier. Second place has come into pit. I'll do another lap 8 pit, methinks. I want to see what Vadim does. Still setting purples though. I don't want to get caught in traffic. Oof, not great. Okay, bottoms come in. Don't think Mr. Rick's 80 has. Look at that map though, we are fairly far ahead. Like we're almost a pit stops amount ahead of second place, and I don't believe he is pit yet. Okay, I'll come in now. Keep it interesting. Whew. Mr. X has come in. Ooh, we're gonna be right on top of each other here. He has me. Fair play. He's coming out into a slipstream. He's fast. Well executed. That was scary. Again, cold mediums every time I pit. Need to be more careful. Don't think about first place, just think about getting second and how happy that will make you. Not spinning out and losing the entire thing. Vadim catching us quick now as well. Need to pull the plug out. And he's in our slip, not ideal. he was somebody who was chasing us for the lead on lap 2 and was catching us relatively quick, but then had an incident, so not 100% sure on what his pace is or if I'll be able to hold him off here. Chicanes like that, I don't think I'll be able to keep him at bay for long. I'm not sure if there was contact there or if that was just all me. Like there was a bit of contact. We'll check the replay. I'm not certain. Red line rider behind us has just set the fastest lap of the race and it is pacey. So we'll do well to hold him off here if we can. Jesus, hit a horrible bounce there. Not sure what caused it. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. Goes to the right, gentlemen. That yellow flag was. Oof, okay, good result. Shame my pace really let me down there towards the end, but really good start. Efficiency, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Air conditioner and on my recliner ready to watch. Good stuff. Thanks forever, Sideways. Oof. It is so warm today. I went for my first run in about 3 weeks as well today. It was nothing crazy by other people's standards or other countries' standards, but it was 22 degrees, direct sun, no wind, which is something I'm just not used to here in Ireland. So sure, I was going to get burnt. Cheers, Greg. Yeah, it's second race of tonight. First one I came 7th, 4th place there. That's decent. I was in contention for the win for the good first half of that. It was only really post pitting. It kind of went downhill for me. Again, I'm struggling on the medium cold tires. That's nothing. Your car read 44 today. You're in the UK forever sideways, aren't you? What part are you in that it's that hot? I know you're having a similar heat wave. And like, don't get me wrong, in my car it's probably about 40 something degrees, but outside it's a bit different. Yeah, it's like an oven every time I get into it. I remember I finished the run, I didn't even have time to cool down, and then I had to go get my daughter immediately from school. So I hopped in the car and it was baking me alive. So rolled both windows down, drove fast, and just feeling that cold air hit you while you're still covered in sweat. It was sensual. It was like doing a cold plunge. Sat at the wheel with the aircon blowing, nice one. I need to get myself a fan or something in here. It's just a bit too much. I'd say it's probably about 25 degrees in this room right now, even with the sun down. Just want to see what happened with Vadim towards the end there. Yeah. I felt the rear slide at me, but I wasn't sure if it was because of contact or not. Ah, it was, yeah. It's not the best sportsmanship, dude, to be fair. I know it's a schoolboy, it's a small one, but even still, that is one where I'd be lifting and giving them the spot back. As he clearly only gets the place here because of the contact. So yeah, need to be wary of him. Good draft setup is always pleasing, says Drac. Near Cambridge, Forever Sideways says it was a solid 38 to 40 degrees outside. I didn't even know it could get that hot in the UK. Jesus. It's funny, whenever I think of, like particularly London, the other, you know, capital city of England versus capital city of Dublin, I always think of them as being level on the map. But if you actually look at it, London is so far south compared to Dublin. Because every time I go over there during the summer, I'm like, man, the weather here is amazing. It's so gorgeous. Like, why don't we have that in Dublin? And it's like, oh yeah, we're like 10 degrees closer to the Arctic. Lava was pouring from the skies. Ah, I did the same thing again, didn't I? Surprised my quali pace is still holding out quite well. I would have thought as the week went on I'd be dropping down a bit more than I have. But holding it there. Position 2000. It's decent. In Ireland? Maybe up in Donegal you do. In Dublin you don't get much. I think there's been one instance where the Northern Lights were visible in Dublin. It was recently enough, and it's the only time in my lifetime I can think of it. How far am I in B now? So before I logged in tonight, I was at pretty much 16,000 DR on the nose. So not far in. Like, it's 10k is the bottom threshold for B rank, I'm at 16 and A rank is 30, so still quite a ways to go. After the previous 2 races, I'm probably closer to 17, but not by much. Like, probably got about 200 points for my 7th place, and probably around 600-ish for a 4th place, I think it is. It depends all on the driver rating of the other drivers, you see. You can never really know. Can't wait until I get into A's. Yeah, me too, forever sideways. I want to get good enough to merit being there, though. Like, I don't want to be going up there only to be getting knocked back down again. That's kind of what B rank has been for me until now. It was this thing that just existed outside C, and every time I went up to it, I'd get demoted within a week again. But I've been in B rank a while now, and I think I've climbed up about as high into it as I ever have. And I'm feeling confident. I feel like I've actually improved my driving enough to merit being here. Like, it's not a fluke or because I was grinding a good quali lap. It's just, you know, I'm able to compete at this pace. That being said, when I look at you lads in A rank and I see the quality times that you're setting, I realize I'm still quite far off from that. It's not really until I start setting similar kind of quality times to you every week, forever sideways, that I feel I'd even be ready for A rank. So yeah, one step at a time. I'm settling for consistency at the moment. And the most previous coaching session that I had with Luke Elliott, I think, has helped me the most. It's given me a bit of a game plan, like training regimen and what I'm working towards, and making sure that I'm actually improving week on week. Because I think for about 2-3 months there, I was just kind of staying the same. Have a good week, have a bad week, no consistency to it. But I wasn't really rigorously doing the training exercises either, so building them into the stream, particularly the vision training, I think has helped a huge amount. Forever sideways, I know what you mean, but you will get there, there's no doubt. It'd be great to do dailies with you again. Yeah, oh yeah, I originally met you in a daily, didn't I? Ages ago. Yeah, Luke is great, he's my goat. I have had coaching with Sammy Snake as well, though, just the one session. He was great too, but different type. He was more specific, where Luke is more kind of like holistic. Like he's looking at a kind of every facet of kind of how you can improve your driving over time, as opposed to just fixing one thing, if you know what I mean. Yeah, you're one of a few drivers, forever sideways, that I've met along the way that have made it up to A rank. I'm fairly sure Ants I met in a race as well. Like most people I did. That's how most people find the channel. Greg, I lasted 5 races in DRA, then back down to B, then another 5 races and back up to DRA. At Nürburgring, got me back to A. Nice, I didn't know you were up there, Greg. That's great. Mr. Pepper, how you doing, buddy? Remember, hypercars are hard to handle. You're doing good. Cheers. Yeah, I made the swap a couple of months ago, or at the point of not racing Group 4 anymore, because it was just masking all of my mistakes. So the first few times I made it up to B rank, it was purely just racing that Citroen around where I'm really comfortable with it. And then as soon as a Group 3 race would come up, I'd be knocked all the way back again, because I'd be getting all sorts of snap oversteer and... Oh, Latexi, he's a Finnish chap who subscribed during the week. And we were chatting in the comments on YouTube. He's a great guitar player. And obviously, I'm sure you can see the guitars behind me. We had plenty to talk about. Sound chap, very fast as well. So yeah, sorry Pepper, my point of that was swapping to Group 3 I think has just given me better kind of throttle controls, which has made the hypercars a little easier to handle. And to be honest, like compared to racing the BMW around here, I actually kind of prefer the hypercar. I don't feel like it's any more prone to snap oversteer, and the downforce is kind of helpful, if anything. Like I remember when I was doing my first few laps this week, oh my god, sorry, I just noticed, I'm sorry guys, I'm not paying attention here. I qualified in 8th, That's very far down. But given the fact I've been the first 2 or 3 positions mostly this week, you prey on other people's mistakes. Yeah, sometimes that's all you need. I know I've been getting a lot of positions this week just from people ruining their own races. Okay, that was aggro. Take it. Okay. Let's go in the grass there to make sure I wasn't dead. Okay, I'm going to lift at the 500 here, I think. Only to get taken out from behind while trying to keep an incident from happening and the people in front. Yeah, sound. Could have been a worse incident, to be fair. Someone's left the room already. These are the kind of races I don't want. These are the ones that undo all of the work of the previous 2 races. So I need to make sure I mount a comeback here. The person who smacked into me would be like, oh, why was he braking there? Because there was cars ahead of me, you dunce. I'm trying not to take people out, as you should be doing. Keep it in. Did I do it? Ah, shit. He was going into pit anyway, that was for nothing. The flag, good news. Need a bunch more of those. Oh. He was the chap who smashed his way through us after the first corner. I might need to spend a bit of time after that race fixing the chicane because it's costing me heavily at the moment. I've just gotten 2 or 3 bad bounces on it today and I've lost all confidence trying to go through it quickly. The yellow flag. Probably be level after I serve my penalty though. Gonna guard the inside. Have you had many more races this week, Pepper? Oh, Charlie, I just spied your name in the comments there. Didn't have time to read your comment. Welcome, dude. Aren't you still out there enjoying that music festival? I saw your clip of the Foo Fighters opening and I could not be more jealous of you, man. Not too bad a time at a 1:32.5. Ooh, who's this guy catching me quick? Where'd he come from? Beginning to wonder if he was a race leader of the pit early or something, because he's got some bass on him. Just a bit. Catching up on the group ahead, about half a second a lap at the moment as well, which is good. Whoa, it's a big pack of cars. From the inside there if I were you. Send the car on the wall. Okay, give him room, let him past. I got the switch back here. No, jeez. I'm trying to let him through. Accidental defense. Through. Good job. Ooh. Made a bit of a schoolboy error there. Oh, I'm sorry, Marbles, but Jesus, dude. Ugh, it's so frustrating. I'm annoyed at myself. People braking at weird places. He had a car ahead of him, fair enough, but stopping to let by invisible traffic in front of me there. Hey, Andre. I hate that. It's just happened to me one too many times that the person has unghosted right as I've approached them. Oh, Marbles is a 1 second penalty. Neck and neck with him again here. We're back in the points. This could be going a lot worse. We're actually back in the position we started, funnily enough. And I'm fairly sure I'm net 8th position right now. I don't believe anyone ahead of me. I don't believe I've taken a place due to somebody pitting yet. That's what I meant to say. Got our Finnish friend and original race leader, a taxi right behind us. Or probably in Finnish Lottaksi. Yeah, I'm really struggling on the bus stop at the moment. Oh, Vadim again. Chat from our previous race, if anyone remembers. Just in the pit at the moment. Pit here, allowing us to get out of the race leader's way. With us for one more corner. Here we go. Greg, I want to be here when Clark gets into DRA. If not, it's when it's been top 5 on more than average. Even if I was doing that, Greg, it would still take me about another 6 weeks of grinding at this rate before I'd reach A. Takes a long time. Don't think I'm net 12th. That doesn't seem right. I think there's some people who haven't pit yet. Oh, he's not backing out. Same guy who took us out earlier. I'd be fairly confident he hasn't pit, because he was far back the grid after an incident. Are we really in that position 13th? It just doesn't seem right. like we got ahead of Marbles GT, didn't we? Oh, someone dropped out there, right ahead of us. Racing slowly. A few seconds per a lap down from what I should be, even on the mediums. Oh, that's wide. Get way tighter to the fence. Crossing my fingers here that there are some drivers who haven't hit and are getting a 1 minute penalty now. So I just don't understand how I'm in 12th. Nuts. Absolutely nuts. What happened in that race? I think so. I thought I had taken 8th position without people going into the pits, but I'm guessing they had So I just lost track of my net position halfway through because I don't understand otherwise how that happened. Say, we civil at the NRY. He was fast, but I didn't like his overtakes on me. But yeah, like, you see, the thing is though, this is just it. It's one step forward, one step back. Like right now, I've had 3 races, and despite having 2 decent ones at the start, my driver rating has pretty much remained the same now. Because 12th place completely undoes a 4th place, and 7th place isn't worth much of anything. I am noticing my pace is slipping off a bit here though. I'll dive into the next race, and then I might take a small gap in between to try and work on my pace a little bit. Ants, how are you doing, man? Yes, I do prefer starting on softs forever sideways. Just because until now, my best bet in this race was starting up near the front of the pack and just getting clean air as quickly as I could and just pulling ahead, and then staying on the softs for as long as I could as well. Anyway, well, this race was over. Yeah, like, it was a horrible start, obviously, getting knocked after the first chicane, but yeah, if I find myself qualifying mid-grid a whole amount more times, I might need to rethink what I'm doing though. Oh, like, it just ultimately, traffic is not your friend in this race. The more I have other drivers around me, the worse I do in this race. Bus stop corner looks like a killer. It's funny, I was so comfortable with it on Monday, and then Tuesday started to slip a little bit, and then just at the start of today had 1 or 2 little bumps on it that I wasn't happy with, and now my confidence in it is just rocked. You have no time on this track. This is your local track. I was about to ask if you'd been to this track in real life yet, Greg. That's so odd. You haven't put time into your local track. I'd say if they had Mondello or like some track from Ireland, I'd be all over it. Just pushed that bit too hard through the final corner. Shame, it's a good lap otherwise. Slip there. Small hit. It's not a bad time. Look, if I could bring this pace with me into the race, I'd be doing a lot better. Popping to the shops back in a bit. Yeah, enjoy, dude. Sorry. Most of all time is on the Nürburgring. Okay, interesting. Working on Nürburgring a bit over the last week. Since the stream, I've got all of the sectors into silver. I just haven't tried the full lap attack to get a silver on that yet. Once I actually think what I'm going to do though is I'm going to try and gold all of the sectors as well, because I still feel like I don't fully know them or know how to string them together yet. So I'll probably do that and then just aim to do the lap attack gold all at once without trying to get silver first. Silver will probably happen naturally in between if I do it that way, so. How's our like goal coming along? If you are watching and you haven't hit that like button yet, could you please do it for me? If not for me, do it for the Formula 1 Barbershop Quartet.
Please like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe.
Nürburg, I assume it's the Nordschleife layout you're talking about. Nürburg is a course drilled into memory, and the heartache is when you mess up at the end and waste 8 minutes of intense racing. Yeah, it's a lot of sunk cost. Oh man. So I'm racing with the big boys now. Reverse strategy. That saved it, right? Yeah. Forever Sideways is gone. He might be interested to see this. So I'm going to do 2 to 3 on the mediums and swap to the softs early. See if I can get into some clean air. Yeah, ultimately I'm racing against faster people here. Rush saying hello to us. You remember the name, alright? Where's he racing from? Adam down on 13th. Another YouTuber there. Rough Wizard 3Fs. Remember to check him out afterwards. And then XMac3X is also on YouTube. It's whenever they have that YT moniker. Whether they're currently streaming or not, who knows. Watkins here. Go rush. Not sure why Rush was slow off the mark there. This is why I dislike traffic on this course. Why is it I always end up with the worst result of it when I'm trying to be the most careful? It just doesn't make sense. Renty, what happened to you, buddy? I've typically liked him when I've raced with him. Don't know what he could have done to have merited 8.5 seconds. That's severe. But yeah, look at the annoyance of this now. We're 6 seconds down. Third last place. And our only crime was trying to avoid hitting the people ahead of us. Oh, there's Rush. Just going to use this as an excuse to try and work on my race pace instead of taking a gap. Someone getting called out as an idiot rammer there. Ludell. So you know what, I don't fancy squabbling with any of them. I'm going on to softs now. I will have the cleanest air in the world. And I know from previous races I can last the full race in these softs if I want, so... So Branty is very, very far ahead of us here. Can we not just even get clean air? Penalty. You come out of that pit lane turning because I didn't grab the wheel quick enough. I got a pit lane penalty. Deep breaths. Do not know what is going on with Renty right now. He's gone. Renty was the pole sitter on a few of the races we had earlier. Like he's typically good. That gap is at pretty much 19 seconds right now. Let's see what we can bring it down by. Okay, we just took a fastest lap anyway. That's good. Let's just keep this up. Took almost a second out of rush as well. Pushing too hard there. Just a half a race to go here. Just try to keep it in the 131s. I managed to avoid that penalty there. Must have been right on the line. I think we might have undercut Rush here. We did. That's good news. Speed it up a lot. Yeah, I just got a penalty. So you speed up apparently. Fuck's sake. Speed up with a cooler head. Right side, I seem to have found my flow at the bus stop again. Yeah, Greg, that's just it. Much faster lobbies suddenly. Still B rank. Definitely. To go from qualifying second and third every race to 8th and 9th. Definitely in a different caliber split at the moment. Myself no favors. Oh, that's a penalty for you, Rush. was me trying to stay wide to give him space, but I was just too much on the curb, I guess. Oy, oy, oy. It's definitely the biggest wipeout that I've had in quite a while. So hopefully all the people DNFing there has mitigated some of the damage. So I know the extra penalty they get for quitting cushions kind of anybody else who's losing Dior by a bit, but No, I am definitely in the negative tonight by quite a bit. Much time? 8 minutes. Okay, I'm just going to take a quick break, everyone. Screw my head on straight again and come back for the next race in 8 minutes. I'll catch us in a second. Hey everyone, back. Who do we have? Laurie Barton Guitar. Good evening. How's it going tonight? Only did 2 races. I had 0 confidence, maybe too tired. Lol. Yeah, it's been tough. I did okay in the race that I had with you, but I've been thrown into a higher split of B rank drivers where instead of qualifying second, I'm qualifying 8th and 9th, which is not proving to be good for me because the traffic has been hurting me each race. And Rush, I see you joined the chat, man. Thanks for saying hello. No, you did not cause that crash. Do not worry about it. I rode the curb too hard trying to leave space for you, and it just... my car just naturally spun. I had too many tires, too much of my tires on the grass. So do not worry about it. That one's on me. Hey, Greg, I can't tell you how relaxing this is watching you in the air-conditioned comfort of my recliner. Oh man, here I am dying in a sweatbox. I'm happy for you, but I'm jealous. Andre, yeah, welcome back. Cheers, dude. Anyway, we'll see how we get on. Oh, feeling a bit wrecked, a bit over hot. That lobby was bad. You got rammed twice, down from P4 to dead last. Oh, jeez, that sucks, man. Yeah, it was a rough one. I think I started that one in 9th, and going through the bus stop chicane, there was all kinds of chaos ahead of me, and I held off as best as I could to try and not crash into someone. And of course, other people were like, hey, what are you going so for? I can't see what's ahead, and just I got rammed off myself then. But all that being said, I decided then, you know what, I'm going to pit early, I'm going to go into clean air, and I'm going to see if I can get some positions back. And I think maybe lap 4 I set the fastest lap because of that clean air. It was a good lap as well, and then within a lap or two my pace fell off a cliff, and irrelevant of any issues or any kind of problems that I was having, I did not have the pace to compete in that one because I was not catching anyone, even in clean air. I think I did undercut you, Rush, but I think that's more a side effect of you having been in traffic and me not. But like when I was in clean air racing the person who was in last place, not catching them. At best I was holding pace with them. So hopefully I get thrown into a more suitable split again here now, because that race hurt. Efficiency definitely being put in with faster drivers, absolutely. Faster drivers, and it's not a good race to be in traffic in. What I can see about as well, because I might have some time tomorrow, is just working on my quality time a bit, my general kind of pace. Because I should be able to compete at this level, like this is the whole point of it. If I want to climb up B rank, I need to be able to compete with higher B rank drivers. It's not a good race, full stop, sis, but I don't know, I have liked it overall. I've got some real clean and respectful racing out of this one too, but it's just, it's not a good one to be mid-grid on. You like it too, Forever Sideways? Yeah. No, I love Watkins Glen in general, and I like the handling of these cars. How long have you been in B, and how long have you been racing overall? So I've been doing sport mode since around November last year, so not too long. And B rank, I've actually been up and down between B and C, I think since about late February. And I've just spent an even amount of time in high B, or sorry, high C, low B, and I just haven't quite broken out of it yet. Okay, finally in a slightly more suitable lobby here. How about yourself, Rush? Cheers, Greg. Yeah, that's a really good perspective to put in it, saying I've had some great racing later and that's why I'm being put up against faster drivers. Yep. You started late April, wow. Some decent progress for a short amount of time. I plateaued for a long time. It's only really in the last month I've kind of started to improve again. I've had him DNF. Yeah, cheers, Rush. Yeah, I've had some coaching lately. It's taken a while to sink in, but I definitely have been feeling improvement in the last month or so. Not necessarily with pace, but definitely a good bit more with consistency. Yeah, Forever Sideways seems to be agreeing with you there, Greg. Alright, hopefully we have a better one this time. Just be prepared for some knocks on the skull, darn right. Put on that crash helmet behind me. He stopped very suddenly and sharply. I think he was braking as though it was a real lap as opposed to a rolling start. So I think he hit the brakes at the 300 there. Nice little emasculating sound for you there as I panicked. Be a penalty. A bit held up here, to be honest. Okay, that'll solve it. Chap behind us was racing very respectfully too, so that's nice. In previous races, me taking care of the guy ahead like that would have resulted in the guy behind me taking me out. So, E. Dennis, I like you, buddy. Player ahead of us got to pull quite far ahead at the start there. I don't necessarily think he has a huge amount more pace than me. I'm going to see what I can eat into here. Let's see, at 3.8 seconds there when I glanced up 3.9. Okay, see what we can close that down at all. 13 likes, nice, thanks everyone. Okay, 2.5 tenths gone, it's good, let's keep this up. Okay, I'm taking about half a second off him per lap here by the looks of it. Though we jump back up a bit there. Let's see where we are on the start finish straight, that will be the real test. Yeah, about half a second. He was 4 seconds ahead at the start of the last lap. 35.4 now. Oh, that wasn't a good turn one for me. Oh, pay attention. I was looking up at the leaderboard instead of at the corner. We're building a healthy gap to third place as well here. We might have the pace to win this, you know. Down to 2.7 now. Setting purples. .9. It's a second per lap now. It's the fastest lap as well. Much different race we're having right now, I can tell you that much. Five. You went deep there, buddy. Entering a slip. Just need to get turn one right this time. A little bit earlier. Just outside of the slip. Oh, I'm wide. At the left there, I was heading for a penalty. It's a good chase, this. Oh, he's going into pit. Interesting. It's decent. Just, if we keep up those times, I think I'm in with the chance of winning this. Okay, so boss player is back in second, so we got clear view now of what the pit differential will be. It's 19 seconds, so if we go in now, we will come in pretty much where we were, just a second behind him. Best lap this one. Also not my best lap. I think I'll go in next lap. The tires have been worn down a little more than they usually would have. Might be advantageous as well to come out behind him, have the slipstream, and then be properly able to battle him towards the end. Into our lead quite a bit here. Oof, by a lot. Okay. Likelihood of catching him has slipped quite a bit here. We avoid a stupid pit penalty this time. Okay. Lap 8 pit would have been optimal. Maybe, like, we'll take a look at the lap times. I don't think it's to do with my tires. I think it's just sometimes concentration goes. But, like, I've set fastest laps on lap 9, lap 10 with the softs. Jay's well and truly gone here. Oof, 7 seconds, yeah. That hurt us alright. It's weird though. Look at my lap times. So 132s, 133s, like those are the times he was doing as well. And yet he's so far ahead of us here, I don't fully understand it. I think I might be losing a lot of time in pit entry. I'm just too delicate with it or something. Too fearful of getting a pit penalty. But like particularly the Portuguese chap, he was so far behind. There's no way we should be level right now if I'm pitting the same way that they are. Oh. from the Portuguese chap, thankfully. Might be able to hold on to second here after all. Slip. Oh, he got a penalty though. Might be okay. Are you honestly going to take that place? Like, yeah, I was blocking him. It's being defensive. No excuse to punt someone. I'll lose a few places over that now. Hooking my tires for me. No words right now. He seemed to be fair until he wasn't. He had been avoiding me. Alright, this is how we do it. You apologized at least. It's some consolation, like, give the place back, but at least he wasn't being brash about it. Because he was being fair until he wasn't. He had a lot of pace and he backed off from me quite a few times, and I was being hyper defensive, like parking it on the apex, making sure I took the tight line through the bus stop. But yeah, eventually he just got fed up, I guess. Okay, what time are we at? 22. I'll do one more race anyway. Oof. Hope I can get through it. Bit of gross information for you. My son has had a vomiting bug for the last 2 days, and the rest of us have been fine. But my daughter, just when I went down for my break there, I was going down to get some painkillers because I got this throbbing headache that I assumed was from the run earlier. My stomach's feeling a bit off, but now my daughter is getting sick as well, and I just got a little bit sick in my mouth there, so I think I have that to look forward to tonight. We saw how sorry he was when he ran away. Yeah. Well, look, the top 5. Definitely a better race. Oof. Okay, all right. If I wasn't enjoying the racing as much as I am, I'd be dropping off right now, but I think I've one more left of me. I promise to turn off the camera if I start vomiting. The microphone, not so much. Hope none of you are squeamish. Yeah, I'm finally gonna win. It's going good. Preview of things to come. So what am I doing for pit entry here? Let's practice this. I think that would be a penalty. You seem worse on the internet. 2 sim racers, 1 cup. I actually wonder if the younger generation even know about that. Two girls, 1 cup. People know what I'm referencing, right? That's like prehistoric internet culture right there. Culture is a strong word though, mind you. Okay, let's be careful of that too. Still one of the filthiest videos ever made. I never watched it. I knew about it. I heard the description and I noped the fuck out. Laurie knows what I'm talking about. On the next episode of 2 Sim Racers, 1 Car. I remember one of the kind of earlier bits of like internet related phenomenon was salad fingers. I'm not sure if you ever saw it, but it was like this creepy green guy who's like, hello, I like rusty spoons. And the cartoons, they started kind of silly, and then by the time he made the 5th one, they were like the darkest kind of humor kind of stuff on the internet. So I found him the other day. It used to be a Flash website that he had, and he still has a YouTube, and he's still making them. He still makes a new one every year. There's like 30 of them now. It's like to find out like an old GeoCities site that you used to visit is actually still in operation like 30 years later. Rusty spoons. Well, if it isn't our friends, Marjorie Stewart Baxter, Hubert Cumbrail, and this here is Jeremy Fisher. It's so fucking weird. You know what I'm talking about, right? Like you've seen salad fingers. Penalty. Definitely be a penalty. Also. You're not the first person to accuse me of that. I remember when I was still in secondary school, people were convinced I actually did it, and I had a much higher pitched voice back then and was able to do it a lot better. Over the rainbow. Oh, hello, Marjorie Stewart Baxter. I used to be relatively good at different impersonations. My go-to was always Herbert the pervert from Family Guy. You know, the Chris, you want a popsicle? Where's that muscly old paper boy? Jesse, get over here. I think I did that on stream once before, ages ago. I also think Drac Fury promised me a Peter Griffin impression that he never sent to me. I wouldn't call it cool. Call it a few things before cool. Puka the pervert. Oh hey, forever sideways. You doing some racing? Impressed or scared? Buzz, buzz, buzz. Oh yeah, when he was... I remember seeing that. That's in one of the newer ones. He just grabs the child and walks off. Nice. Okay, back in second. Same leader. Grumpy old man, I remember from a previous race. I used to be able to do Stewie. I haven't attempted it in years though. Probably make an ass of this. Brian, feel free to say no to this, but would you mind shaving my coin purse? Nah, not great. Oh hey, Sandra. You watching YouTube with F1M players? Start doing cameos for that. Charging €1 per shout out. Okay, here we go. This will be my last one tonight. We're laughing our heads off here. Glad I could entertain. Doing it. We're gonna need some serious speed coming down this straight. Still in the slip. Slip. I'll stop. I'll stop. I will try pit on lap 8 this time as well, based on your recommendation. Mr. Sideways. Again, poor guy. It's funny, the amount of times I've led this race, and I don't think I've ever done it from an honest overtake. It's just from an error from the driver out ahead or a technical issue. Funny how it goes that way. Doing great pace-wise to grumpy old man there. It's taking about half a second of us. Off us, I mean. Jesus, we built it back up there. Sometimes it just takes a corner. Grumpy old man has dropped into third. We've got about a 3-second gap now. I'm surprised my ping is bad. How's the stream quality, everyone? Is it alright? Perfect sideways, it's great. Cool. Oh dear. Oh, 4-second gap is now 3, whatever the heck happened there. I think it was that much slower. Four again, this is good. Get 2 more laps on these tires and then we'll pit in. Watching that delta like a hawk. Tires are starting to squeal a tiny bit. Still in relatively good shape for this stage of the race though. Just solid 132s the whole way, that'll do it. .3, nice. 5.4. Oh god. Yeah, I'm not feeling too well right now. Okay, Villanova has gone in. Cool. So has he swapped onto softs? Or did he go in with softs? I never know what that means actually. I would say it's unlikely he swapped onto softs this late in the race if he had started on medium, so I think we're okay. Don't know why somebody would opt to do the majority on of the race on mediums. I'm going to risk being braver into the pit entry because I do think it's cost me the last few races. Chickened out a bit, but Definitely faster than my previous entries. You went on to mediums, cool. I'm not sure if A driver has pit, because I don't know why he'd be in second ahead of Villanova. Ooh. That'll do. There's a penalty for that, definitely. Let's just hope he doesn't get salty. Oh, come on, dude. I'll probably get a penalty for that myself. Tires should be good enough now to try and keep up with him a bit. He's got that penalty to serve. That, and unless he's on an alternate strategy, he has yet to pit. He might be on the alternate strategy though. Okay, we're closing that gap. Let's keep this up. Still have the lead, but we have time. Let's see how you do under pressure, Mr. A driver. No, not in the wall. Following him. Come on, I need to get this together. I know I can catch him if I string it together. comfortable 1.5-ish seconds ahead of us. Yeah, he has it. Really would have had to have nailed that turn if I had any chance. Whoa. Could have ended badly. Oh, I'll take that. Your man just had way more pace than me. He was setting fastest laps there that were better than any race time I've got so far this week. A great race though. Very, very happy with that. Nice recovery. And I think that has probably edged me into the positive Dior wise for tonight. Cheers, everyone. Thanks. Oof. I am feeling so rough. It's a good thing that we're finishing up here as it is. I will have to see about the stream tomorrow. I might need to reschedule it. I was planning on going on Sunday anyway. It's not scheduled yet, but I'm liking this combo so much. I just want to make sure I get a few more races in it. So anyway, look, I will post on the Discord tomorrow early to let you know what state I'm in and if I'm able to race. If I am, I will be here. If not, I will see you Sunday. But hopefully I can get 2 more sessions in before the end of the week. F1 in plays. Greg, our new friend, Laurie Vartan, guitar. I'm probably making a balls the pronunciation of that. Vartanen. Vartanen. I'm trying my best Finnish accent here. Forever Sideways, of course. Who else do we have? Drac Fury, Spud, all the usual offenders. Thanks so much again for tuning in, lads. Really appreciate it. Sorry for the Herbert the pervert impressions, but you know, man's got a dad joke. All right, everyone. Hopefully I'll catch you tomorrow. If not, I'll see you Sunday. Hope you enjoy your weekend. Talk to you soon.